Hello, and so she's finally finished. This piece is called Dark Fairy Tale 1, The True Story of Cinderella. So if I just remove the dome, and we'll have a closer look at her. So here is the true story of Cinderella. As you can see, I've finished the hands and attached the arms. The costume is complete. And if I just lift off the cage figure, we can see a little tableau in more detail. So here we have Cinderella's shoe sitting on its velvet cushion. Now, the story I remember reading as a child of Cinderella was a very dark and grisly tale indeed. And I remember that the ugly sisters have a very bad time of it and come to a rather sticky end. When the prince comes to try the shoe on the sisters, each one of them tries the shoe on in turn, and of course the ugly sisters, their feet are too big and it doesn't fit. In the version I remember, the first ugly sister tries the shoe on, doesn't fit, so her mother takes an axe and chops off her toes and rams the shoe on, and as the prince is riding away with what he thinks is his bride, one of his aides sees blood trickling from the shoe and realises that they've been had, and back they go to the house. Second ugly sister tries on the shoe, same thing happens, doesn't fit, so the stepmother hacks off her heel with an axe, and same thing happens again, blood trickles from the shoe, they've been tricked, they go back, and then finally Cinderella tries on the shoe and it fits, and everyone lives happily ever after, except the ugly sisters. At some point in the tale they're obviously reconciled with Cinderella and they become her chief bridesmaids. And as they're walking her down the aisle, at the moment Cinderella and the prince exchange their vows, birds come down from out of the air and peck out the eyes of the ugly sisters. And they all lived happily ever after, or not. So in my little tableau, as you can see, we've got the infamous axe here. And we've got a couple of birds. Now in the story, some versions of it say that the birds were doves, but I think this is a kind of Christianising of the story, a kind of moralising. I suspect they were more likely to be crows or ravens, to be perfectly honest. So that's what they are in my tableau. Everything has been very carefully put together, and the whole thing has now been fixed into place, so that you can do that. And if I put the cage figure back on top, the last thing that I'll need to do is to fix some little brass hinges so that the cage is permanently in place. And there you are, the true story of Cinderella.